Let's start today with a hard truth. Some of the most expensive events in the world are also the most forgettable. A huge stages, incredible technology, and serious budgets. Yet nothing lands. No one walks out changed. No shift, no memory, and ultimately no impact. That should concern every single person, and it should especially concern the people signing the checks. Now, here's what we've seen time and time again. When an event doesn't work, the instinct to spend more starts kicking in. Bigger screens, more lighting, more content. We want more now. We want more wow. And that is a downhill slope. More money doesn't fix unclear thinking. It just makes it louder. There's this thing, money enhances the habits that you already have. So if you enhance your uncertainty, your event starts to fall apart. And that's why budget alone has never made the big difference in a good event or a meaningful one. Small events are often the most meaningful because we're limited. We have to put in all our creativity to make sure that we move our audience forward. Now, let's reframe this properly. Budget does not mean impact. Budget only enhances the potential. A big budget with no intention set only becomes spectacle. It's only flash. And a modest budget with clear intentions become memorable. The difference isn't with how much you spend, it's what you're solving at the end of the day. And we see the same patterns unfold over and over and over again. Technology is selected before the experience is even designed. Gear becomes the big idea, and the audience can feel it. They can feel that there's just flash going on, but no real meaning is given to them. More speakers, more content, more moments. But impact doesn't come from volume. Impact comes from focus. Long days, full agendas, constant stimulation, and the audience don't leave inspired. They leave tired because it's just this onslaught of information. They feel exhausted. So here is what actually creates impact. Having clarity, knowing the one thing that the event is trying to change in your audience. And that's why we talk so often about that one big moment, that one intentional moment where everything comes together and your audience says, I get it. We interrupt their thinking, we create that connection, and we give them meaning. And budgets are supposed to serve that moment, not to compete with it. And the same is true for micro moments, these small, little, impactful things that we do, small, thoughtful design choices that keep people present without overwhelming them, not entertaining, not disrupting, but keeping them present. And when intention is clear, your budget starts to become more powerful. You know where you need to spend your money rather than spending your money on everything. And when intention is missing, your budget just becomes noise, a fight for your suppliers to get the most out of it. So here's what I want you to do regardless of the budget size. Before approving any spend, freaking any spend, ask yourself 3 questions. Does this serve that one moment that I want people to remember? Not just the moment, the messaging. There has to be some sort of change. Does this interrupt attention in any sort of meaningful way? Not interrupting to shock, not to disrupt, but to surprise, to provide that deeper meaning. Does this make the experience clearer or just bigger? We want people to understand the message and not just scale and flash. And if that answer isn't clear, don't spend the money. Stop and think about your audience and what your brand needs to achieve. Impact isn't bought. You cannot buy impact. It's ultimately designed. And budget should always follow intention, not the other way around.